Transformers fans, welcome back. Today we're going to do a deep dive on the Studio Series Scourge 102 toy. This is for the upcoming Rise of the Beast movies, and we're going to take a look at the incredible details, overall awesomeness of this dark and powerful figure. Let's get started. Let's take a close-up look at this figure here. If you look closely, he actually has a lot of extra details, like for example, the chains on his chest here, on his arms, and here there's a lot of little paint that had to go along to do that. He does have his exhaust coming out of his waist there as well, and his head is painted. If you look at the back, the chain is actually wrapped all around his body. There are a little bit of painted on scratch marks all over his body as well, just to show some battle damage. I'm not a big fan of that, but at least it's trying to add detail. He does come with this giant double-ended sword here, which I really like. And he has this large claw here as well. So I don't know how this works in the show, but in the movie, but this is going to be pretty interesting. Like, look how much of a reach he can get when he's fighting his opponents here. And if you can see the feet here, nice molding here and there. More chain over here. Does have his wheels on his inner part of his legs. And up close on his chest, it does have some clear red plastic there. And if you look closely, you can actually see the different insignias here as well on what types of factions he's killed in the past. And then if you look at his eyes here, there is light piping here as well. So if you do have some sort of LEDs, you can install it behind his head and get his eyes to light up as well. Yeah, it is a very detailed figure. I mean, it is a leader class, so you're going to expect to pay a premium, and you're going to get premium design with it. And I really like it. Let's get him all transformed. This guy is a little tricky. I did actually have to take several attempts to actually get him transformed in an appropriate time. Maybe this attempt will be one of the better ones. Let's see. Pull the leg in like that. Thing people miss all the time. Okay. Once we do that, pull the back plate out here. Pull that all the way out like that. Have that open. That's all ready. Should be ready to go as well. Now we're going to tilt the arms back. One of the most important steps here. One you won't want to mess up. Very finicky, this figure, so you got to watch what you're doing. And this arm blade here, double-ended blade, does need to come out. So we'll pull that out here. You do that before you transform him. And let's get that under his trailer here. Okay. First, you got to twist the blade in. People always cringe when they transform these things. I can see why. You know, you pay $80 for this thing and you don't want to break it, especially if it's not yours and you're playing with someone else's figure. So let's make sure to tab that in there. And then we release that peg there. Connect those two together, and you're good for that spot there. We are getting closer. Just got to make sure this part is ready so that we can lower this part here. See? Like that. Then you take the 2 orange parts there. Just push that in. See how it goes nice and cleanly like that. Okay. And next, we're going to be working on the front grille. Lower those 2 pieces out. Pull the front grille out there. And the whole thing just comes off. And again, you'll want to move the wheel out like that. Okay. Ready? Okay. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer. It's starting to look more like a truck. And we'll do the other side. See? That just tabs into a spot there. And that stays secure just like that. Then we'll pull the smokestacks up so they don't get in the way. And those pieces do tab in as well there and there. So we're good there. Pull those smokestacks up. And one part here, the arm does need to get in between those 2 pieces to tab in, and it did. Another piece connects there, and it's in. Yeah, that's pretty much done. We do have this shoulder cannon or arm cannon thing here. I prefer to put it like this. Here, like that. That's how I do it. In the instructions, it is a little different. They want you to do it this way, which I don't agree with, but let's show you anyways. This way shows a lot more kibble, which is just excess plastic. So they want it to look like that. That's not great in my opinion, because it just exposes a lot of like inner parts of the plastic that you don't want to see. If anything, you would want to do it like this, which is a lot better. Easily just do it that way, just by, connecting one side, which we can do now just to demonstrate. And it's not agreeing with me. I think you can only do it that way. And I found a third option as well. If you just close it up, you can actually connect it to the back here. It only goes in one way though. So I think we'll find it here. There. Just like that. That's another way to store it neatly. But again, I just prefer to have it this way. It kind of looks like a rocket launcher pointing backwards on the vehicle. Now that we have it in truck mode, what do you think? Let's switch them back to robot mode, okay? Overall, this figure is pretty good. There are some minor issues with it. For example, the feet could be better. He does have some issues standing, like this guy likes to give out once in a while on this foot. And the head, if you wiggle it too much, it does just easily come off. It's on a little ball joint there, see? Very little effort required to take it off. Just wiggle it left and right, it does come off like that. See? You gotta be careful with that. I think this could use more paint apps, the blade. They could have made it silver or added some sort of etching on there to kind of make it look more like it was scratched instead of just plain black. And this arm here, although it is pretty cool, would be even better if it was on a swivel, so you could spin it in a circle. Also, the smokestacks in the back would be nice if you could tab them in. There was some sort of just a small tab right in there, just so they don't they don't fall off when you move them, because I'm constantly pulling them up like that. And I think the neck could be shorter. He doesn't look like that in the movie. Kind of has like a rooster neck going on here. It's a little long. and there's no reason for them to have it that long. So just because it's so easy to remove, I'm sure there will probably be a head replacement for this guy in the near future. Should you buy this figure? I don't know, that's up to you. If you're gonna watch the Rise of the Beast movie and you like that movie and you like this character, go buy it. Or if you're just a collector like me and you like the way this guy looks, I especially like the way he looks in robot mode, and his car mode or truck mode is really great too. On the Daddy Needs It scale, I'd actually give him a higher than average score. He really sticks out in my collection. I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm glad I have him. Now, if you like this review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Transformers content. Stay tuned for the next review, and until then, roll out.